What if a nation could stand at the crossroads of continents, defying empires, wars, and algorithms, to whisper truths the world forgot? Welcome to Turkey 2025, where the past is a prophet, the present is a rebellion, and the future is a dare. Join Around the Globe Fu to uncover the seismic soul of a land where civilizations clash and kiss. Turkey in 2025 is not a mere destination on a map, it's a phenomenon. A cosmic stage where Europe and Asia collide, where history and future dance in defiance of a polarized world. The Bosporus throbs like an artery of memory, carrying the echoes of Hittites, Byzantines, and Ottomans into a modern republic that refuses to kneel. This is not the Turkey of glossy brochures or fleeting headlines. This is a nation where Istanbul's minarets pierce the sky, where Cappadocia's stone cathedrals whisper ancient secrets, and where every citizen is a philosopher, coder, and dreamer, rewriting the script of a world obsessed with conformity. Around the Globe Fu invites you to step into this blockbuster, where every street is a scene, every soul a star. The geopolitical crucible, a nation forged in fire. In a world that loves to draw lines east versus west, progress versus tradition, Turkey walks a tightrope, laughing at the binary. Its economy, ranked 16th globally by nominal GDP and 12th by purchasing power parity, is a phoenix clawing its way out of the 2018 economic crisis. Inflation, once a crippling 85% in 2022, has eased to 42.1% in early 2025, thanks to Finance Minister Mehmet Şimşek's ex-orthodox monetary policies. Yet, the scars are real. A fragile lira, youth unemployment at 28.4%, and rising costs haunt the bazaars of Ankara and the cafes of Izmir. But Turkey doesn't crumble, it thrives, not as a victim of its geography, but as its master. The nation's economic defiance is cinematic. Tourism, contributing 12% to GDP in 2023, is a lifeline, with Istanbul and Antalya welcoming millions despite global unrest. Fiscal reforms target 3.1% GDP growth in 2025, a modest but stubborn climb towards stability. The EU-Turkey Customs Union, in place since 1995, keeps Turkey tethered to European markets, while its assertive foreign policy mediating in Syria, supplying drones to Africa, and balancing NATO with Russian energy deals makes it a global wildcard. Politically, Turkey is a drama of contradictions. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, in power since 2002, is both architect and antagonist of a nation caught between stability and strife. His grip, celebrated by some for order and reviled by others for authoritarianism, faces a restless opposition. The 2024 local elections saw the CHP secure 37.8% of the vote, holding Istanbul and Ankara in a cry for change. The detention of Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu in March 2025 sent shockwaves through markets, spiking CDS premiums and fueling lira volatility. Yet, in the streets of Istanbul, protesters chant not for despair but for hope, proving Turkey's pulse beats strongest in its people, defying the era. While the world chases headlines of doom, Turkey dares to rewrite them. It's not east or west, it's central, a hinge in a fractured globe. Around the Globe Fu captures this rebellion, inviting you to see a nation that doesn't just survive, chaos it sculpts it. The scientific spirit, innovating against the odds. Turkey's science in 2025 is not a footnote, it's a revolution. The defense industry, led by Baykar's Bayraktar TB2 drones, exports to Kuwait and Somalia in deals worth $367 million, proving innovation born of necessity. Energy independence is no dream but a strategy, with renewables powering 25% of the nation's need. Solar panels glint on rooftops, geothermal spas hum in the west. The Saros floating storage and regasification unit and LNG deals with ExxonMobil and Oman make Turkey a Eurasian energy hub, exporting gas to Hungary and Bulgaria. But Turkey's science is more than steel its soul. In Istanbul's Levant district, tech startups blend AI with cultural heritage, creating apps that translate Ottoman poetry or map ancient trade routes. Universities like Boğaziçi and Ankara produce graduates who fuse quantum physics with Sufi mysticism, asking questions the West ignores. Can technology save the human spirit? With a literacy rate over 95%, Turkey's youth are not just coders, they're philosophers, rejecting Silicon Valley's sterile dogma for innovation with meaning. Against the grain, in an era where AI threatens to erase humanity, Turkey's scientists weave it into the fabric of their culture. They don't chase algorithms for profit, they chase them for truth. Around the Globe Foo dives into this paradox, where a drone engineer might quote Rumi, and a lab in Izmir ponders the ethics of a machine-driven world. The philosophical core, living between worlds. To be Turkish in 2025 is to embrace paradox. The call to prayer drifts over Istanbul's glass towers, while secular youth in Izmir debate Nietzsche over Raqqa. This is a nation where superstition avoiding black cats, or broken Mirisko, exists with cutting-edge AI labs. The Turkish psyche, shaped by centuries of empire, from Seljuks to Ottomans, thrives in crisis. As inflation spikes the price of coffee, shopkeepers in Ankara offer free tea with a smile. As AI threatens jobs, coders in Istanbul host hackathons to hack the future. This is Yunus Emre's Turkey. The world is a lie, but love is eternal. In 2025, that love is not just for each other, but for the idea of Turkey nation that refuses to be defined by headlines. The average Turk is a paradox, devout yet defiant, rooted yet restless, blending ancient wisdom with modern will. Defying the era, while the world races toward conformity, Turkey's people are archivists of the soul. They preserve stories in every chai glass, every cobblestone, rejecting the global obsession with erasing the past. Around the Globe Foo celebrates this defiance, inviting you to sip tea and question eternity. Culture and tourism, a journey through humanity's soul. Turkey's cultural landscape is a cinematic masterpiece. Istanbul, a city of 2,000 years, is no backdrop, it's a character. The Hagia Sophia, now a mosque again, stands as a testament to layered history, while Beyoğlu's galleries pulse with rebellion. The 7th Ethno-Sport Culture Festival at Istanbul Ataturk Airport fuses traditional sports with modern dance, drawing global crowds, part festival. From Antalya's turquoise beaches to Cappadocia's fairy chimneys, Turkey is a living museum. Tourism, a 12% GDP driver, thrives in 2025, ranking Turkey 5th globally. UNESCO sites like Göbekli Tepe and Troy are not ruins but prophecies, reminding us of humanity's roots. Medical tourism booms, with 662,087 international patients in 2019 drawn to Istanbul's private hospitals for cosmetic surgery. Yet, Turkey resists commodification. Its trails, from the Lycian Way to Van's Wilderness, invite not selfies but self-discovery. Against the grain, while the world chases Instagrammable moments, Turkey offers a deeper journey. Every step on its soil is a dialogue with history, a question: who are you amid these civilizations? Around the Globe Foo takes you there, from the Bosporus to the stars, the human story, stars of the epic. Turkey's 85 million souls are its greatest asset. From Kurdish poets in Diyarbakir to tech entrepreneurs in Ankara, each Turk is a protagonist. Despite censorship, 159th on Press Freedom Index, and economic hardship, they persist. Women march against violence, defying Turkey's withdrawal from the Istanbul Convention. Youth, facing 28.4% unemployment, build startups and art collectives, proving resilience is their birthright. The coder is a philosopher, the baker a historian, the protester a mystic. In Istanbul's streets, vendors share simit and stories. In Cappadocia, filmmakers revive Hittite epics. This is not a country, it's a consciousness. A scream, a song, a story the world forgot. Step into Turkey 2025 with Around the Globe Foo. Walk the Bosporus, hack the future, and find your story where continents collide. Subscribe now, follow at AroundGlobePHU, and join the tremor that shakes the world. What if a nation could rewrite history's script, not with ink, but with fire, code, and dreams? Turkey 2025 isn't just a place, it's a blockbuster where every citizen is a star and the world is watching. Around the Globe Foo invites you to the premiere of a future that defies time. As the Bosporus glimmers under Istanbul's neon lights, Turkey 2025 emerges as a global stage, a cinematic epic where civilizations echo and futures are forged. This is not a nation content to play a supporting role. From Ankara's drone-filled skies to Göbekli Tepe's ancient stones, Turkey is writing a script that challenges the world's expectation, a story of science, soul, and unyielding ambition. Let's pull back the curtain on this blockbuster, where every scene is a rebellion, every frame a revelation. The political stage: power, protest, and possibility. Turkey's political drama in 2025 is a high-stakes thriller. President Erdogan's Justice and Development Party, AKP, in power since 2002, has sculpted a nation of order and controversy. The 2016 coup attempt cemented his control, dismantling the military's historic dominance and ushering in a hyper-centralized system. Yet, the opposition's 37.8% vote in the 2024 local elections, securing Istanbul and Ankara, signals a nation craving change. The detention of figures like Ekrem İmamoğlu and Selahattin Demirtas sparks protests, but also hope as youth amplify their voices on social media. Despite censorship, Instagram blocked for 8 days in 2024, Turkey's foreign policy is a masterclass in defiance. Balancing NATO with Russian gas deals, mediating in Syria, and exporting drones to Africa, Turkey plays a game no one else dares. It's a nation that refuses to choose sides, instead carving its own path as a Eurasian power. Defying the era. In a world of predictable plots, Turkey's politics are a twist-filled saga. It's not just about power, it's about identity. Kurds, secularists, Islamists, and nationalists clash, yet find unity in their love for this land. Around the Globe Foo captures this drama, asking, can a nation be both bridge and fortress? Science as rebellion, coding the future. Turkey's scientific landscape is a rebellion against mediocrity. Baykar's drones, like the Bayraktar TB2, are global game changers, with $367 million in exports to Kuwait and Somalia. The energy sector pivots to renewables, with wind and solar cutting billions in external costs. Istanbul's tech hubs, like Levent, blend AI with cultural heritage, creating apps that map ancient trade routes or translate Ottoman poetry. Philosophical science. Turkey's scientists don't chase patents, they chase meaning. In a world where AI threatens jobs, Turkish startups ask, can machines dream? Universities like Boğaziçi produce graduates who merge quantum computing with existential questions, echoing Rumi's call to seek the unseen. This is science with soul, a defiance of sterile labs and a reminder that innovation is human. Around the Globe Foo's lens, we dive into this rebellion, showcasing coders who code with heart, engineers who quote poetry, and a nation that refuses to let technology erase its spirit. Culture as cinema, a tapestry of timelessness. Turkey's culture in 2025 is a blockbuster in itself. The Yeşilçam film industry thrives with a Hittite-era drama produced by an Emmy-winning director, bringing ancient cuneiform to life. Istanbul's art scene, from Beyoğlu's galleries to the Biennale, blends tradition with rebellion, challenging censorship and nationalism. Folk music in Van meets techno in Istanbul, a fusion of past and present. Tourism is a global magnet, ranking Turkey 5th worldwide. Antalya's beaches, Cappadocia's fairy chimneys, and Göbekli Tepe's ancient stones draw millions, while medical tourism, cosmetic surgery, brings billions. But Turkey's allure is deep. It's a journey into humanity's unconscious, where every trail asks, who are you? Defying the era. While the world chases fleeting trends, Turkey offers timeless truths. Around the Globe Foo takes you from Istanbul's bazaars to Van's wilderness, where history and future collide in a cinematic love letter to humanity. The people, stars of the epic. Turkey's 85 million citizens are the stars of this epic, From Kurdish photographers in Van to women marching in Istanbul, each Turk is a protagonist. Despite censorship, 159th on Press Freedom Index, and 28.4% youth unemployment, they persist. Beekeepers turn to tourism to survive climate change. Filmmakers revive ancient stories. Coders dream in binary and poetry. The human epic. In a world demanding conformity, Turks are rebels. They are the vendors sharing simit and stories, the activists defying silence, the dreamers building a future from chaos. Around the globe, Fu celebrates their defiance, where every citizen is a star. The global stage, Turkey's cinematic call. Turkey 2025 is not just a nationalitz, a movement. It's a call to reject the ordinary, to embrace the collision of continents, ideas, and dreams. From the Bosporus to the Black Sea, Turkey is writing a script the world can't ignore, a blockbuster of science, soul, and unyielding ambition. Don't just watch the world, join the tremor with Around the Globe Fu. Visit Turkey 2025, where continents collide and civilizations echo. Subscribe now, follow at Around Globe PHU, and step into the story. Your journey starts here.